In the last session, we discussed about commands. Okay. The sed commands are like so line commands, modify commands. For modification, insert, append, change, delete. Substitute command. This is the frequently used command. Insert and change, delete also. Okay. So next to transform, it is similar to tr command. Input and output. In input and output, we have next, append, next. Print first line. Okay. So next, another important one is file commands. So these are file commands: read file, write file. Okay. These are the frequently used commands. And quit. Whenever the pattern is fine, then we can quit from this sed command. So in this session, we will discuss about AWK. So AWK is a powerful utility. It is like a programming language. So this utility is like a programming language. Here we have if condition. Like other programming languages, it supports normal statements, pre-process, post-process, and some process. Okay, before starting the process, we can execute some commands. After completing the process, we can execute some commands. Okay, like any other programming language, here we have some decision statements, looping statements. Okay, it's like a small programming language. Okay, we'll discuss all these. If you see the pattern or appearance of this AWK command, it looks very simple, similar to the sed command. Okay, AWK space small case AWK space options space your script. This script can be inline script or in-file script like sed command, and files or input files. Okay, so here you can pass one or more files as input file. Okay, here options, we have two types of options. One is there are two options. One is capital F. This capital F is nothing but input field separator. You can specify the input field separator. ELD separator. Next one, minus small f. Small f is nothing but script file. So if you are writing your script in a file, then use this minus f option. This is also similar to sed command only. So most of the functionality or execution of this AWK command is similar to sed command, somewhat similar to sed command. Like sed command, it will take one line from the input file, and whatever is there in the script file, all those commands will be executed on the line. Okay, it will take the first line from the file, input file, place into the buffer, take the script file and execute all those commands on the file. Then next take second line from the file, execute commands from the script file. Take next line, execute commands from the script file. So it is almost similar to the sed command, but unlike sed command, this will not display the result by default onto the output media. So we need to specify explicitly. There are some output statements. Using this, we can display the results. Whatever the results we need, we can display. If we don't specify anything, it will not be displayed onto the screen. That is the difference, main difference between sed and AWK. So sed command, after doing editing operations on the file, it will display the results by default onto the screen, output media, that is monitor. But unlike sed command, it won't display the results. We need to explicitly specify, display this particular result onto the screen. Then only it will display the results. Okay. but the execution process is same. Okay, suppose if your input file contains some, this is your input file, it contains some set of lines. Okay, 4 lines are there. Now this is your script file. This file is having some 2 commands. Okay, so first it will take the first line from the input file, place into the special buffer, execute all these commands on the line. Okay, next take second line from the input file, place into the special buffer, execute all these lines. But unlike sed command, it won't display the result unless we specify. If you specify display this particular result, then only it displays the results onto the screen. Otherwise it won't display. Okay, but it will execute. The process is same, almost similar to the sed command. Okay, so here the options are, we have 2 kinds of options. One is capital F, another one is small f. Capital F is for input field separator. Suppose here this file, input file, is having 3 columns and each column is separated by a pipe symbol. Okay, it is having 3 columns and each column is separated by this field separator pipe. So to specify this field separator, we can use this -f option. Okay, like this we used it in cut command, but there the option is different. Okay, like that the field separator can be specified with this option capital F, small f if it is a script file. Okay, so we have 2 options. Next one, script. Okay, script. Okay, so this script can be like sed command. This script can be inline script or input in file script, inline script or in file script. Means if it is simple statement, then we can use with this awk command. Otherwise you can write all these commands in a file, separate file, and you can give some name to the file, and if you want to identify very easily, then use the extension also, like .awk, like we used for sed command .scd. Okay, that is for script file. So like that you can use, give some file name, valid file name, and extension like .awk. So this .awk is not mandatory, not compulsory, it is optional. It is only for user understandable. Okay, so this script can be in file and or in line. So what is the appearance of this script? Okay, so the syntax or format of the script file is, it contains pattern and action. Pattern and action. Okay, so here this pattern, when this particular pattern is found, these actions will be applied. When this particular pattern is found on the line from the input file, then this action will be applied on this. So it is also somewhat similar to sed command only. Okay, but we have different kind of actions and some patterns are supported here. Okay, so what are the patterns supported, that we'll see. Okay, so this is the format of script. Next one is input file. So your input file can be a single file or some set of files. So if you specify some set of files, these, this particular options and script will be executed on those files. Okay, if it is single file, it will be executed on the single file. Okay, it is exactly similar to other command, that is sed command. So this is the syntax of awk command. Awk space options. We have 2 kinds of options. One is capital F, small f. Capital F for input field separator, to specify the field separator. Next script, two kinds of script like inline, in file. This is similar to sed command. Next one, input files. So these input files can be multiple files or single file as per the requirement. Okay. Next, if you see the appearance or format of the script file, this script contains pattern and actions. We know patterns, how to write patterns as well. Okay. So this awk command, next we'll discuss about patterns. Okay. Then we'll start what is there in awk command. Okay. So if you see the patterns, this awk command supports all the patterns which are there, which are supported by the, in sed command we have one, what you call egrep. Okay, sorry, in grep, in grep family we have fgrep and egrep. Whatever egrep is supported patterns, all those patterns are supported by this awk. Whatever the egrep supports, all those patterns are supported by this awk command. So if you see the egrep supported patterns, so we have two kinds of patterns, actions and operators. So egrep will support character atoms. This will support character atoms. So in terms of atoms, it supports character, dot, class and range. Okay. So this class is somewhat similar to range as well. So class, and one more thing is anchors. We have two anchors. So these anchors are cap and dollar, begin and end. Okay. So these two are anchor symbols. So all these are supported by awk command. So it supports single character patterns, dot patterns. Dot refers one character. Okay. So next to class. Class is nothing but similar to some range. Okay. Or set of characters. Anchors. Next to coming to egrep operators. This egrep supports few operators like sequence operators. Sequence is nothing but nothing. Okay. So some hidden operator. And next repetition operators. We have repetition operators like asterisk. Asterisk for zero or more characters. Zero or more characters. Question mark, one or more characters. And plus. Plus is similar to your star. Okay. So these are repetition operators, alternation, okay, and group. So group is nothing but between open and close parentheses. So all these are supported by awk command. Whatever supported in egrep, all those supported in awk. So here these patterns can be any of these. Any of these. So it supports all egrep operators. It supports all egrep atoms. Okay. Fine. Next actions. Okay. So we will see these actions. Before going to see the actions, first we will discuss about some basics, like if you see the file, let me open one file. We are changing to our directory. Here we have a file. No, it has some text. Oh. Okay, we'll take this file res. We're going to modify this. Okay, first let me copy this. In Unix, if you select this, by default that will be placed into the buffer for copy. Okay. Okay. So this is some file content. Now here we'll discuss about fields and records. Okay. So these two are important topics in AWK, fields and records. If you have some idea about database, then this field and records will be very easy. So here, this is the file content. In this file, it contains some student. Assume that this contains some student information. Okay. So this first line, okay, this is nothing but a record. Okay. So in this record, we have some data like Sanjay 23, 66, 77, 22. Okay. So these are nothing but fields. Okay. This is field and this is field. Okay. So here this entire column is nothing but it is a field in this file. Okay. If you are considering this file, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fields. Each field is separated by some tab space. Okay, each field is separated by tab space. This one is field 1, this is field 2, and this entire column is field 3, this column is field 4, 5. Okay, so these are the 5 fields present in this file, and the record is nothing but this entire line is nothing but one record. This entire line is nothing but a record. So a record is nothing but it is a collection of fields. Okay, or we can say it is a concatenation of field data. Okay, so here this is the field data. Okay, and next some tab space is there. Okay, so concatenation of all these fields is nothing but a record. A record is nothing but collection of fields. Okay, so here this entire line is one record. This is second record, third, fourth. Now if you see this file contains 5 fields, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and how many records? 4 records. One record, second record, third, fourth. So total 4 records are present in this file and 5 fields are there. And the field separator is tab space. Okay. So in AWK command, tab is the default field separator. Okay. So we need not to specify explicitly by using minus capital F option. Okay. So this is the default one. If the file is separated with some other symbol like pipe, okay, if the data is like this, then you need to specify explicitly this field separator by using the option minus capital F. Okay, capital F is the field separator. Okay, so if the data is like this, now this record is field separator is pipe symbol. Okay, fine. So this is the content of this file. Here fields are 5 fields are there and 4 records are there. Okay, now how to refer these values? Okay, suppose I want to refer this 23, this particular column values. Okay, I want to access this field 2. Okay, how to access? To access field, use the symbol dollar sign. Use the symbol dollar sign. Okay, means example, see this example. I want to refer this particular field. What is the field number in this file? This is field 1, field 2. Then to refer this particular field, use $2. Okay, so $2 is nothing but we are referring this or accessing this second field. Okay, I want to access this last one. So what is the field number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you can say $5. $5. So anyway, AWK command will take the first line, and if you say $5, it will take 22, and whatever the action you specify, that will be applied or that will be matched. Okay. So the operation will be done on this particular field. Okay. We are saying $5. Okay. It will take next line, and whatever the action you specify, that will be applied on this field. Okay. The same way, the same process will be repeated for all lines in the file. Okay. There is no limitation, like the file should contain only 5 lines, means 5 records or 10 records. Your file may contain some thousands or millions of records, but actions will be applied on the specified record or field. Okay. So here, to access the field, use $sign. Okay. Now how to access record? How to access record? To access record, use $0. Okay. So $0 is for record. If you say $0, you are accessing or you are referring the record. Okay. So AWK command will take the first record into the buffer, right? To access this entire line, use $0. Okay. So while printing or applying actions, use $0. $0 is nothing but you are accessing the whole line. Complete line means all the fields in the particular record. Okay. So to access record, use $0. Okay. So generally field count will start with 1. So this is first field, second field, third, fourth and fifth. 0 is nothing but you are referring the complete record, means concatenation of all fields. Okay. So these are fields and records. Okay. We'll move to next topic. So these are fields and records. So next one, variables. So if you are familiar with another program, any other programming language, there we have variables. Okay. So variables here in in AWK command, we have two types of variables. One is system variable and user defined variable. Okay. So user defined variables are nothing but simple. As a user, you can define your own variable. Okay. So while defining or declaring variable, you need to specify some name to the variable. Okay. That should be a valid name, means you need to follow the naming rules. Simple. Okay. So here I am saying, suppose example, a variable A. Okay. So A equals to, I am assigning some value to this variable 3. Okay. So by default in AWK, it will, if you say A, that will be treated as some string variable, and some empty if you say A. So this AWK command will assume this as a string variable, and by default it will assign empty string. Okay. Fine. If I say A, I am declaring one variable A and assigning some value to this variable. This is your user defined. Like this, we have some system variables, means AWK reserved variables. Okay. So these variables are reserved for the AWK command. We have seen system variables in Unix operating system. Okay, like $path. Path is a system variable. Okay. So like this, AWK command has some reserved variables. Okay. So these variables are variable. What is the function of this variable? and what is the default value if present. Okay, so here in AWK command, the system variables are defined with capital letters. Okay, user variables also we can declare some capital variables. Okay, so generally system variables, okay, some environment variables can be declared in capital letters. Okay, fine. So fs is nothing but input field separator. Input separator. So the default value for this one is tab space. Okay, input field. So in your input field, input file, this is my input file. Okay, here this input file field separator is tab space. Okay, so this is the default one, so no need to specify explicitly either by using the option or variable. Okay, fine. So if it is other than tab space, we need to specify. Okay, so next one, rs. Okay, so rs is nothing but input record separator. So by default this is new line character, right? Record separator. How these two records are separated? There is a new line character. After this record, after 22, there is some hidden character, that is \n, that is the new line character. Okay. Sometimes you can write all these in one line and you can give some separator. Okay. Suppose like this. Now the data in the file is present like this. Okay, I am assuming this as like whenever there is a symbol greater than present. Okay, so up to here this is one line, and from this particular symbol this is next line. Okay, then you can use the record separator as greater than symbol. Okay, generally the default one is \n, new line character. Okay, sometimes you may be having like this also, the data could be like this also. Okay, then in that case you can specify the record field record separator. Okay, using this variable. Next one, OFS. O means output. Okay, output field separator. So the default one is, it could be tab. Okay, if you don't specify any output, the default win, whatever is there in input, that will be applied for the output as well. If you want to change it, you can change by using this variable OFS, output field separator. Okay, so in my input file, there is a input field separator pipe symbol, but I want some tab space in the output field separator, then you can specify it. Okay, or some other symbol. Okay, I want to use cap in my output file, then you can use cap. In the same way, ORS means output record separator. So output record separator, by default it will be new line character. If you want, you can specify any character based on the requirement. Next one, NF. So this NF purely for AWK command, and it will give you number of non-empty fields in the record. Okay, you can specify number of non-empty. Okay, so there is no default value for this. The reason is I'll tell you. Okay, number of non-empty fields in current record. Suppose sometimes there might be a chance like you are missing some field data. Okay, so how many empty fields? Non-empty are there and empty are there. So here non-empty are 4. Actually there should be some 5. Here 4 are there. Okay, means one empty is there. You can specify with this NF. In the same way, NR, number of non-empty records. From files. Okay, we'll see all these one by one. Next, FNR. FNR is nothing but file number of records. Read. It will give you the number of records. Okay, file number of records. Okay, so it means record number in the current file. What is the record number in the file? Or in simple words we can say record number in file. Okay, next one, file name. So this will give you the file name. What is your input file? Suppose if you are using multiple files, it will give you the current file name. Okay, name of the current file. So capital letters, it should be capital letters and no space. If you say file name, it will give you your current input file name. Next one, argc and argv. If you are familiar with C, you will be know this, argc and argv. Okay, so argc means your arguments count. Suppose your file having some data while referring this particular record for actions. Okay, suppose see this, take this file. So here this entire line is record and these will be passed as arguments to the action. Okay, then to refer this one particular first one $1, second one $2, $3. So these are like some kind of arguments to the action. Okay, so here argc means it will give you the count of arguments. Okay, number of command line arguments, and argv is nothing but that arguments list. So here argc means suppose if you take this line and you are passing this as argument to some other action, then argc will give you the count 5. Argv will give you the entire line. Okay, and next variable is r length. So it will give you the length. It is like a string function. It acts as like string function. Length of string matched by the built-in function. Okay, and next one is r start. So this is start of string match. Okay, so these are the system variables. These are the system variables, and these variables are reserved in AWK programming. These variables are reserved in AWK programming. So here, as a user, you can define or declare your own variables, but that variable name should not be any of these. That variable name should not be any of these system variables. Okay, so here you can declare any variable and you can define some values to the variable, but your own variable should not be any of these. That is the rule. Okay. And next one is, while declaring user variables, your variable name can be uppercase or lowercase. It should not be any of these system variables. Okay. And it should be the valid variable name. Okay. Suppose if you are declaring some variable as fs equals to some number. This is invalid way of declaring variable in AWK. The reason is this is invalid variable. Okay. The previous one is valid variable. Okay. Why this is invalid? The reason is this variable name is system variable. Okay. AWK is reserved for its own purpose. So you cannot use this variable for your purpose. Okay. Fine. So these are variables. Variable is nothing but, the definition of variable is the value can be varied. We have two kinds of variables. One is system variable, another one is user variable. A system, these are the system variables, and these variables are reserved for AWK command. Okay, field separator, use the variable fs, record separator rs, output field separator ofs, output record separator ors, all in capital letters. Okay. NF will give you number of non-empty fields in the current record. Okay. NR means number of records. It will give you the number of records in the file. FNR means record number in the file, the current record number. You can say current record number. Okay. So file name will give you the current file. You might be passed some set of files to the as input. Okay. So in that case, the AWK command will give you the current file name. Next one, argc and argv. So C will give you the count. Arg is nothing but arguments. C is nothing but count. So argc will give you the count of arguments. How many arguments are there? That count will be returned. Argv is nothing but the arguments array. Okay, the set of whatever the arguments are there, that complete array will be returned with this argv. Okay. Next one, r length and r start. So these are the system variables in AWK command. Okay. Next, user defined variable. You can define any variable, but the rules are, it should be valid variable name, means you should follow the naming rules. Second one is, it should not, means the variable name should not be a system variable. AWK system variable. It should not be a system variable. That is the second rule. Simple. Okay. Next one, we'll move to script, and we'll stop with this topic, scripting. Okay, how we write script and what is the appearance of this script. Okay, we know script is nothing but, suppose if you take sed command, there we have address and command. Okay, so this command will be applied on the address. In this AWK, the script is also like, it contains some before the action. We have pattern and action, right? So before the pattern, you can execute some task, and after the pattern also you can execute some action. Okay, right, I'll show you. So here begin, you can do some begin actions. And next one is, okay, let me write down with in this way. I'll take this to next page. Begins actions and end actions. Okay, fine. So this is the appearance of your script. Okay, so it is like a small programming language only. Like other programming languages, if you take suppose C, okay, so there you will be having some initialization, any programming language. So what is a program? Program is nothing but some set of commands. So these set of commands will be in the proper order, and after executing these statements in the specified order, at the end you will get some obtained result. Okay, so like other programming languages, or if you take any programming languages, there are some simple steps. Okay, so first some initialization part will be there. Okay, so after initializing the data, you will do some process on the data. After completing the process, you will display some output, and you will stop the program. Okay, so before this one, if you want, you can write like start. Okay, so any program will be in this manner. It can be some C program or C++, any other programming language. Program can be having, or any problem can be having. We'll start the problem. We'll do some initial action, that is nothing but initialization. Okay, generally here we will declare some variables and initialize variable values. Okay, so next we will do some operation, whatever the required operation that we will do. Here while doing process, we'll use some different kinds of statements. While doing process, based on the process or based on the requirement, we'll use some different statements like process statements, or decision statements, or looping statements, or branching or switching. Okay, so different kinds of statements we'll use. Okay, and after executing, by using these statements, we'll do some process. Okay, and after completing the process only we'll display the result. Okay, so this is the proper order, right? So before process, if you can you display the result? No. Okay, so before process we can't display. So here if I say display the result, without processing we don't get result, right? So this is improper way of doing the process, right? So these are the general process or programming structure, or we can say problem evaluation way. Okay, so first we'll start the process, we'll do some initialization part, we'll process it, and after completing the process we'll display the result. Simple. Any program will follow the same process almost. Okay, now in the same way here, begin, it is a like keyword, use the same in capital, and with it between curly braces you can do some begin action. So generally what would be the begin action? Generally we will assign. Okay, so generally we will assign some variable values, initial variable values. But coming to AWK, in AWK command, what would be the begin action? Generally we will write some statements like variable initialization, or we can specify some field separators like field separator or record separators. Okay, so here you are going to do actual process here. Okay, so before that we can specify this is the field separator, or this is the record separator, or this is the one I want in output. Okay, so either field separator or record separator. So those kind of actions can be do in the begin. Okay, so these are the general actions we can do before starting the process. Okay, so that you can declare in between open curly brace, sorry, flower bracket or curly brace, and close flower bracket. Okay, so begin is like a keyword, use in capital and space, open flower bracket, here you can write some actions, nothing but statements. Okay, those statements can be a variable initialization, or it can be specifying the field separators or record separators or some other statements. So before starting the process, if you want to do some action, that action can be specified here. Okay, so next is start action. Okay, so here this is the process. Here these are the statements present in my program. Okay, so here these statements can be any of these. Okay, here I wrote some general. We'll discuss what are the statements supported in AWK command. So it supports some if conditions, looping statements like for loop, while loop, do while. Okay, some statements like arithmetic calculations or logical comparisons. Okay, so all these statements are there that we'll discuss. Okay, so here pattern action, like this so many statements are there. Okay, so you can write as many as you want based on the requirement again. And next end, so here after completing the process, what you want to display, what you want to output. Okay, so generally these statements can be declared in the ends actions, So here you can print some results, or you can close some files, or you can do some end actions. Okay, suppose if it is some related to database, you can open database here and you can close database here, right? After completing the process, you can close it. Okay, at the end, so here you are doing some operations on the database. After completing, close it. Okay, just as an example I am saying. Okay, like suppose you are writing some program like adding two numbers, so declare those variables here, do the actual addition here. Next, here you can display the result, that is sum of those two numbers. This is end action. Okay, so this is the appearance of script. Okay, begin, here you can do some begin actions. Next, pattern and actions. So this is the actual body. Okay, so this body contains your statements. Okay, so this is begin. So this is like pre-processing. Before starting the actual process, we are doing some pre-process, and this one is post-process. After completing the process, we are doing some post actions or post-process. Okay, so generally what is the post-process? Displaying the results. Okay, anyway my process is completed, so I can display the results. Okay, fine. So this is scripting part. So we'll continue next topic, that is operations. What kind of operations supported in AWK command. Okay, so that we'll discuss in the next session.